Good evening everyone and welcome to the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. I am your host with the most, Malk. Tonight we're at the glorious race of the Brazilian track. And I'll tell you what, this has been an absolute belter. I do apologise for the late streaming so far. It's only been a minute, but we're going to kick off now with Saab doing his actual qualifying of the Brazilian Grand Prix. We're going to the first corner now, then coming up to the second corner now on the Interlagos track now. Then we go to the first DRS straight of the moment here. Then coming up to, which is turn, well that was turn 3 then, now it was turn 4 at that point there. Now coming up to, which is turn 5, which is the point where Colin J lost the title at that corner there, which Sir Spud won, and he'll be back in on, well Sir Spud is back into F3 after a few races, well I think it was last week, he'll come back in, but it's all good in the hood, shall we say. Now we're coming up to, which is turn 9, then coming to turn 10 now of this slow corner here, then coming to turn 11 now. Then coming up to, which is the end of the second sector, the time to Saab has done is a 54 flat there. Then coming up to, which is up the corner now of turn 13, then coming up to, which is turn 40, which is Subitica dos boxes. Then coming up to, which is turn 15. Oh, he's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. Madness. Absolutely madness. Oh, Brixie, but that Giggsy has done the fastest lap. Oh, no. Brustad has done the fastest lap of the race with of the qualifying side with a 109.1. Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Luke. Oh, Luke. Oh, no. He's lost the car completely. He must have lost the braking point. And because of that, he went into the wall there. Well, Luke Bailey's just moved to third. Synchronossity's moved up to second place now with a 110 flat. Peter McClar's done a 110.4. Mike's done a 110.5. Steele is in sixth with a 110.9. 112 by Briggsy, but not Giggsy. But where's O'Stephen? O'Stephen will be the one to watch because he done his first ever performance podium. He did get a podium at Malaysia like all those seasons ago, but he'll be on top form tonight because he'll try and do, hopefully he'll try and do the same as what he did last night, which is probably hard tyres all the way up to like lap 22 and then try and do the softs to the end. But it just depends, everything's all equal, so it depends on how the guys can capitalise on it. How ironic is synchronising Luke Bailey, two teammates of the Red Bull, on second and third, and then Beatty McLeod and Mike in the Mercedes in fourth and fifth respectively. So Spud has done a 111.6. Oh, Stephen did a 111.4. But bear in mind, majority of them are on the hard tyres. Mike is the quickest one at the minute with a 110.5. So that's the time to be. Oh, F1 Richard, look at that! The top 6 are in synchronised order. Absolutely, you say so. That's two McLarens are in the top 2. The two Red Bulls in third and fourth, Mercedes crew in fifth and sixth respectively. Madness times here. Steele is in the pits. O'Stephen is just going to try and ease off. So Spud's going to try and do another lap in here. Looks like it. He doesn't want to waste too much of the tyre wear unless he's going back into the pits. He's trying to be quicker and he moves up quicker with a 110.8. That's a cracking time there from Sir Spud. Sir Knightley under Sir Spud. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. I hope you're okay and well. Send us your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen here tonight? This is going to be a belter of a race here. O'Stephen is on another lap and he's done a 110.9. He's 5 tenths quicker. He's 5 tenths quicker. Where's Saab now? Saab's doing his lapping now with a 17 seconds on medium tyre. So, oh, I've been told from the weather crew. I've been told from the weather crew. Is the dry race it's going to be. Now, last night in the Performance League, I was being told by the weather crew it's going to be a dry race. And I thought it was going to be dry qualifying. But what happened was it started to rain about 5 minutes left of the qualifying. So will it be lightning strike twice here? Because it looks like it's madness stuff here with the cloud stuff around here, to be fair. Oh, Synchronicity split the McLarens, so we got a McLaren Red Bull sandwich twice on that one. So fair play to Synchronicity, who's trying to beat F1 Rich's time. But where's Sab? Can Sab? Oh, Sab would have done a 109.6. He would have got second. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but he looks like he invalidated his lap. So Brennans is on in the soft tyres at the minute in the Haas car. I will load up the driver standings in a minute. I'm just going to try and load that up now. But tell you what, we've got quite a few drivers missing tonight. We've got Tej missing. Who else is missing as well? So Tej is missing. Dimac is missing. Nitrogas is missing. Nice Nails is missing. Snoop Dogg Market is missing, and Craig is missing. Craig Pinchbeck on that one. So, what can Brennans do? Brennans needs to try to do something here. He might get a good time here. He might get the 109s, and he does. He's a 109.8. 109.8. Can anyone try and beat Froscherstad's time of a 109.1? Can anyone try and beat his time? I can't see it happening at the moment here. So Sab's going back into the pits by the looks of things. Briggsy needs something out of it here. Yellow flag sectors 2 and 3. Can Briggsy try and get a good time? Might get 110s. 110.9. 110.9. That's a good time. That's a good time from him. But he's still not quick enough. 4 tenths off Mike's time. 4 tenths off Mike's time. Now with the standings as we speak here. Froscherstad has got a 10-point gap against Luke Bailey in the Drivers' Championship. Froscherstad is on a roll here. He's got, out of the 4 races, he's got 2 plus the fastest laps as well at the same time. So fair play to him. I think he had the fastest lap as well at France. So he'll be the one to watch as well. He did not start at Monaco. So he missed out on that, but he's crawled himself back into the title hopes now because of Luke Bailey had, I think it was 7 places in the last 2 races. So Luke Bailey would need to try and bounce back here as quickly as possible. Can Luke Bailey try and do everything he can? No, he's going back into the pits. O'Stephen. I'm going to go back to O'Stephen now. Brennans moves up to 4th. With 109.8. Froscherstad. Oh, Froscherstad has done a 109 flat. Fantastic stuff there. Luke Bailey did a 109.1. So he was getting closer to Froscherstad. So the two drivers, the top two drivers championship contenders at the moment here, they're both by a 10th, or just under a 10th to be precise. Well, 0.09. 0.99 I think. Whatever. It's under a 10th anyway. But pardon me, that was, excuse me with the burp. So what can F1 Richard do? F1 Richard, he's in 3rd place at the minute with 26 points, and he's got a good he's had a 7th or 6th. He had a 7th. Sorry, Luke Bailey did add 2 8s, not 2 7s, sorry. But yeah, F1 Richard's got 2 7s, but he had a 7th in Austria, a 3rd in Monaco, he's had a 7th again in France, he's had a 4th in Japanese. Now, I'm not going to predict what's going to happen here. If he gets 7th again, it's like a pattern going on. So my guess for F1 Richard could get a 7th here. But at the moment he's proven the doubters wrong here. He's trying to get into to help his teammate Froscherstad in the McLaren. But bear in mind, the Drivers' Championship, Froscherstad is in the lead with 43 points. Luke Bailey is in 2nd place with 33 points. F1 Richards is in 3rd with 26 points. Brennans is in 4th with 26 points. He had a DNF last week, unfortunately because of that, the crashes from that. It was a manic stuff there at Japanese Grand Prix. Synchronicity's done 5 tenths quicker on his time, so he's still in 3rd, but he's 2 tenths off the leader. However, if you could look at the laps there, he's done 3 laps on that soft tire, so he will be shot He'll have to go back in and do a new set. He'll have to do a new set, because otherwise his tyre wear will be shot at the start of the race, and you will lose out so much on the tyre strategies here. So Mike is slowed down. Peter McLeod moves up to 4th. He's done a 109.6. We're hitting the 109s. Someone's moved up as well. So Spud, Spud is moved up to 8th place with a 110.3 on the medium tyres. So we can see our pattern going on now. We've got the softs, the top 6 drivers in the soft tyres. Mike, Spud, Steele in the medium tyres. Stephen, Brixie and are in the hards. But Sab's the only one who's not done a lapping yet. We're on the 6 minutes left of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. Mad times here. This is going to be a mad time. I hope we can see a great race tonight. Brazil's always one of them tracks that you just cannot make any issues there. I'm just trying to see if anyone's doing their lappings now. I don't think Spud's doing his lapping. No, because he's just done his lapping there. Is anyone doing their lapping? It's Peter McLeod. Peter McLeod is slowing down a bit because his tyre wear doesn't want to waste too much time on the tyre. Now, looking at the strategies yesterday, some people tyre wear for the hards were going up to like lap 22. That's compared to what O'Stephen has done. Now, O'Stephen's done 110.5. He's on the hard tyres now. Brixie's moved up to 4th on the soft tyre with a 109.4. So that's a cracking time from Brixie, but not Giggsy. Where's Brennon's now? Brennon's just a little bit quicker on his time. Not much, but just a little bit quicker. I'm not going to do that. Just a little bit. A little bit more. You have to try to see if Brennon's can try and do everything possible here. He's a little bit quicker again, but not much to try and challenge for the podium stuff, at least. He might just pass F1 Richard for 6th place. Now, I'm saying this now. Could he get 7th place? Could F1... Oh, Brennon's! I think Brennon's knew that he couldn't get any quicker. So who's on the faster lap? So, Luke Bailey's going to do his lapping now. Can he try and get into pole position again? Bye-bye. So yeah, like I said, bear in mind though, Mike dropped down from F2 to F3 this season, and he's already had 2 podiums out of the 3 races he's had. He had a DNF at Monaco, and he's had 2 podiums in 2nd place. Can he try and get the 3rd podium in a row here? We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But what can Luke Bailey do? Luke Bailey needs to do something here. He really needs to do something, because he doesn't want to spend too much time spending at the back of Ferocious Dan. Good evening to everyone that's joined the session. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please make sure you like and follow the channel there for all the live F3 races on the Invictus Racing League, the F3 channel. Not only I'm commentating tonight, but we also got I believe F1 is not running tonight due to low attendance, but I believe Energy Dan should be commentating on the F2 League, on the Invictus F2 League channel. So make sure you follow that channel as well for all the Wednesday nights. But also we've got the Performance League with myself and Tim. Oh, Luke Bailey's going to the pits. He's teasing us. He's absolutely teasing us. Oh, F1 is getting a little bit quicker now. 2 minutes 30 left. 2 minutes 30 left. Can there be a belter? Can he try and break the 109s? He's quicker, but not quick enough. He's done a 109.7. Yellow flag set to 1. I think everyone just slowed himself right down there. So Steele is on lap. Majority of, I think about half of the drivers already are on their laps so far. Yellow flag set as 1 and 2. Synchronicity cannot improve his time. So I will not be surprised if he can try and improve his time. Steele! Agent Steele! Glitty click with a 66! Brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Moves into the top 4 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. This is what I'm going to tell you now. This is going to be a belter of a race here, if we can see what's going to happen next. So the top two, I can't see anyone trying to improve here, but I'm just going to watch Spud, or where's Sab? Oh, actually, I'm going to watch Sab now doing his lap in now. 1 minute 23 left of this frantic qualifying. This is why I love the F3 League, because you just never know what to expect. You just never know what to expect at all. But yeah, we've got yellow flag setters 1 and 2. Here we go, we're on 1 minute left. Oh, Sab! Sab's done it! Sab is in pole position. Verstappen will not get pole. Sab said, thank you very much. I'll take that, sunshine. He needed that for after yesterday. He really needed that. He really did need that. But I'll tell you what now, can anyone try and beat his time? But here we go now, lads. It's the final countdown. Oh no. No. Ah, damn. 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 Oh, bloody. Time is up. I do apologise. That was absolutely useless for the countdown. I kept holding it, but it kept pressing to the bloody internet stuff. So I do apologise to that. Sam is in pole position. Synchronised cannot improve. Where's Brennons? Can Brennons try and improve his time? It looks like he cannot improve. Can Stephen try and get into the mediums? So Spud won't improve, so he will finish in 12th. At the moment here, can Stephen try and get a good time here? Brennons is in the pits. Can Stephen try and get into the top of? No, but he would have. I think he would have been less the time there. So what you see is what you're going to get. Sab is in pole position. And Peter Clyde just moved up to second place. Fantastic stuff there. Fantastic stuff there from Peter Clyde. Absolutely belters there. Fantastic stuff there from Sab and Peter Clyde from the top two drivers here on the qualifiers. Sab nearly hit the 108. That would have been brilliant stuff by 1,000th of a second, or 2,000th of a second if you wanted to hit the 109s, but 1,000th of a second to be exact with the 109. So fair play to Sab, who's pole position. Fair play to him. Fantastic stuff. Here are your short qualifying for the Brazilian Grand Prix. For the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, you've got Sab is in pole position, deserved to get qualifying position in first because of what happened yesterday. Peter McClay got second, Verstappen got third, Luke Bailey is in fourth, Synchronously is in fifth, Steele is in sixth, Mike is in seventh, Prix is in eighth, F1 is in ninth, Brennons is in 10th, O'Stevens in 11th, and Spud is in 12th place. Sorry about that, guys. I'll just try and get a quick drink before we kick off with the actual race itself. Now, it looks cloudy there as what we speak, but I've been told it's going to be a dry race. But whatever happens here, it's going to be about, I'm hoping, I'm not saying it's going to happen now because I've just been told by the weather crew, but I would love to see a cheeky wet weather situation for any of those in any of the sectors, or in any of the laps, and then go back to dries, because it would make the race a lot more interesting. But bear in mind though, Verstappen will be the man to watch at the moment here, because he is in the lead with for a 10-point gap between himself and Luke Bailey. So Verstappen hoping to get another win in the on the bounce. He like I said, the last few seasons where he was challenging for the podium stuff, for the title stuff, he was absolutely unlucky. He was absolutely unlucky. He misses out by twice on the last day of, well, the last race of the season. But bear in mind though, he really is on fire. He's bought a new wheel, and he's just really going for it this season. And I don't blame him, because he deserves. He's definitely a quick driver in F3. Don't get me wrong, he is definitely a quick driver in F3. But he'll be the one to watch this season. Bear in mind though, we've got one race remaining left before we have the the week break. But yeah, everyone was all set and ready to go. But don't get me wrong, you got Luke Bailey, who dropped down from F2 to F3 this season, at the start of the season, and he's put out some brilliant performances in the first two races. But the last two races, in the first two races he was brilliant. The last two races he finished in 8th place, so he'll try and need to do something to get bounce back ability here, to try and keep up with Verstappen or try and beat him at least tonight. But it's going to be tough though, to be fair, but it's going to be very tough. But who knows? Can Sab hold on for first, or can Beater Clyde try and steal Sab's pole position by winning the race, or would Verstappen try and extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship? Whatever happens here. But yeah, don't forget also, watch out for Mike as well, because he'll be the one to watch. I know he's not outside the top 10, because normally when he starts outside the top 10 he'll shoot himself right up to like a good position for the podium, because he's always a tyre saving person, but also a penalty non-penalty king. But the last few races he had a few penalties here and there, but I think it's just getting used to the new game. But once he gets that rhythm going, I'm sure he's definitely the civilian legend, I always say to him. Anyway, but with Spud dropped down from from F2 to F3. He's struggling in the last two races, I believe. Yeah, so he had a DNF last week due to that collision. There was like a massive pile-up, which included Spud and Reynolds, and quite a few drivers from there as well. But I'm hoping Spud gets into the points tonight. I really do, because he's a good bloke, and he has won the F3 title last season in the 2018. Was it 2018? Oh no, the season before when he won the 2018. Yeah, but anywho, formation laps finished, and we're about to kick off in a minute. Can Sab hold on for first? Will Beater Clyde try and do it? Can Verstappen try and get a good start? We'll have to see what happens here tonight. We go 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 red lights, and we are go! Sab looks like he had a slow start there, but can Beater Clyde try and hold on? Sab holds on for first. Looks like a good start. Oh, one of the Red Bulls just hit the back of the McLaren there, but holding on there. The two Red Bulls. Oh my God, we're having two in the bed situation here. Sab's pulling away now. Oh, can Luke Bailey hold on? What has happened to F1 Richard, Mike and Synchronos? They've all dropped down. Oh no, crash! There's been a crash. Oh no! What has happened? There was a crash from Luke Bailey's car. I don't know if he's lost it at the corner or if someone had any contact there. But Luke Bailey will be absolutely livid with that. Absolutely livid. Steele moves to the 4th. Has anyone lost any front wing damage here? Because Spud has moved up to 10th now. Oh, Steven moves up to 9th. Everyone else has moved up except for F1 Richard, who drops down to 11th after he went onto the grass there. But Verstappen moves back up to 2nd place now. Sab's but trying to pull away. We have 3 oh my God, it looked like it was a 3-second gap. But it's 3/10 now. I don't think the times are correct at the moment here with the gaps. So we're still trying to see what happens here. But can Prix try and have a chance on Mike here? But we'll see Synchronously. Synchronously has a chance. Oh, 2 in a bed. Steele. Oh, brilliant stuff. Yeah, flag set to 2. Brennan's no Stephen. Oh no, Brennan's has hit. Something must have been contact between Brennan's and Prix by the looks of things. So Brennan's will be back into the racing stuff as quickly as possible here. So at the moment here, we've got Saab holding on in the lead for first place, Rush down in second place, Billy McLeod in third, Synchronously in fourth. Steele, which I'm watching at the minute, because we're going to have 3-car battle here for fourth place here. This is going to be an absolute belter of a race. We've already had 2 incidences so far in this race. We've got Luke Bailey, who's out of the race already on, I believe that was turn 5, I think, or turn 6. First down, still the fastest lap of the race with 1:12.3, I think. Yeah, 1:12.3. DRS is now enabled now. Ooh. We're going to watch it from Mike's point of view here. Can Mike try and close in? He would have the DRS, same with Steele. He'll have the DRS as well. But this will be interesting stuff. Can the drivers hold on with the soft tyres to last all the way to the to at least probably the lap 15? Now I've been told yesterday with the tyre wear is not that great with the soft tyres, because it predicted probably about lap 15 or 15 laps of it, but the drivers had to pit like at least 5 or 6 laps earlier because of the tyre wear. Now it's not bright sunny, it's just light clouds, so the tyre wear will be a little bit not cold, but like not warmish, should we say, at that point. But Steele might have a chance on Synchronously. Synchronously looks like trying to break the slipstream at that point from Steele, but Synchronously will have to be on the left hand side. No. Oh! I tell you what, that was a close call there from Synchronously and Steele. Oh! Brilliant stuff from Steele! But Synchronously will have a chance to bounce back ability here. Oh my god, we've got a 3! Please! Yes! Yes! We've got a 3 in a bed! 3 in a bed! Yes! Mike's done it! Mike has done it! What a move! What a move! What a move there from Mike! Fantastic! Absolutely brilliant stuff! Absolutely brilliant! My voice will be gone after this! Brilliant stuff! Absolutely brilliant! Mike just said, well, thank you very much, come again on that one. And I tell you what a move there. F1 Richards got 3 seconds out penalty for multiple warnings. He didn't want that. Synchronously's lost out from 4th to 6th in a matter of a few corners at the start there. Steele saving fuel already. He's only got less fuel. So he started off less fuel to try and get a good exit here. But Mike's pulling away. Saab's dropped down to second place. Verstappen moves up to first place now. Can Synchronously? No. Will we see another 3 in the bed? I doubt it very much, but can we see another 3 in the bed situation here? No. Can Saab try to close in on Verstappen? I'm hoping the tyre wear will hold on for Saab. I'm hoping so much, but Verstappen will be absolutely delighted now. He's in the lead now on lap 5 and 36 on the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, you've just missed a 3 in a bed. You've just missed a 3 in a bed situation from Mike, Steele and Synchronously. What a move there from Mike. He done it with ease, just holding on there, and he made the move stick, and he absolutely belted it there. So the 2 Mercedes are in the top 4. So fantastic stuff there so far. But Saab, at the moment, he's doing okay at the minute. I know he started in first, but he's doing okay at the moment to try and keep up with Verstappen. That's what he needs. He needs to keep up with Verstappen. We're going to watch this battle here. Saab will be going to the lead. Yes! He'll go into the lead. So Saab will be going on to the lead now. But Verstappen will be bounce back ability here. Saab will need to pull back here. So Verstappen, watching it from his point of view here now. Going to try and watch the Steele Synchronously battle as well. But Saab will be back into first place now. Saab will be done a brilliant job here to get back into first place. A fantastic stop. Job! Oh, Steele! Steele Mike! Oh, fair play to Steele. Fair play to Steele. Oh my God, that was a little bit... I was a bit worried there from Steele's car. I don't know if he was trying to let Synchronicity through as well, but he did let Mike through. I think there was a bit of contact there between Steele and Mike on the last ditch there, but fair play to Steele. That's just from what I looked at lastminute.com there. Just going to watch back to fresh stand now to try and have a chance on the top two. Oh, well, that was absolutely killing, because I can't believe we've got the 3 in the bed situation here. Can we see another 2 in the bed? Can fresh stand try and have a chance on Saab now? Saab will be holding on to the left hand side. Can fresh stand hold on to the first? No! He just misses out on first place, but he will have the bounce back ability here. We might have another battle between Spud, Brennons and Big C, but not Gigsy. Just want to see if Frosted can try and get an attack on Saab. No, he can't. Oh my God. Please be another 3 in the bed. We might have another 3 in the bed. Please be another 3 in the bed. As long as Brixie can hold on. No, it looks like Brennons. Brennons! Makes the move and makes it perfectly there. So brilliant stuff there from Brennons. Moves up to 8th place. After what happened, I think there was something going on between Brixie and Brennons, but I do apologise if I got that wrong later on in the race. I do apologise if I get it wrong. Oh my God! It looked like there's a bit of... Has Spud lost a bit of his front wing? Yes, he has. He's lost a bit of his front wing. It looked like he went to the back of Brennon's car. I think Brennon's lost the back end, or tried to turn in, or Spud tried to get into the corner and missed out on the downforce now. So he'll have to pit now. He might have to pit. He might have to do it too, so unless he's holding on. But he will lose out so much time on the DRS straights. Frosted. Oh! Oh no! Oh, a little bit of contact there between Saab and Frosted, but Saab looked like a little bit of tap there, but not much. Not much. I'm not saying that's a bad touch there, but just saying, like, on their sunshine, these two are having an absolute proper ding-dong battle. I'm going from back to forth here. This Brazilian track is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic stuff here. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Still watching it from Frosted point of view here. We're already on lap 8 of 36. It feels longer at the moment here, but can we see any bounce back abilities here? So Spud's dropped down from 3/10 to 1.4 seconds now. So Frosted trying to do everything possible. I'd like to know what the fuel gauge is for them two drivers. Frosted's got a good exit there, so he might get Saab here. But look at Saab, he hasn't got much ERS mode, so he will lose out a bit too much here. He'll need to save that. He'll need to save that because, oh my God, Saab's lost. Oh no! No! Oh no! Saab and Frosted are out of the race. They're out of the race. Both drivers ran a fantastic battle. It looked like Saab lost the car and Frosted try and get on the inside. But obviously, that's what happened with Energy Dan yesterday. He lost the car during the qualifying. That is the dodge. That is one of the corners. It's the same as Australia, where you go past the fast chicane. Where you go the right-hand turn after the chicane. It's just like, oh, Saab's left the session. I don't know if it's going to hold the session. I'm hoping it has. But BDB Clyde and Mike are in first and second place, respectively here. This is quite interesting stuff here. So, right. I'm just going to load up the Brazilian track again. But yeah, we're on lap 10 of 36. Oh, Brixie! Brixie, Brennons! Briggsy holds on for 6th, but Reynolds will have a bounce back ability here to try and get into 6th place again. Can he make the move? Can he make the move here? What happened, Sab? I'm going to leave it to Sab, who's just joining the session. What happened, Sab? Because on my screen it looked like your car just lost the back end. It looked like you just lost the back end. But I do apologise if I get it wrong. So I'm not, like I say, it was just like an instant, so I will probably get everything, majority of it wrong if I don't get it right. But it's just based on my screen there. Exactly that. So the back end lost completely. Sab, I was rooting for you, mate. I really was rooting for you because you did a brilliant qualifying lap, and you need that. I said it on the stream. You needed that. All I can say to you, Sab, is never give up. Don't give up. Always head up for the next race. At I believe it's Australia, or is it Australia? Well, it says Belgium here, but it could be Australia. I think it's Belgium. I think, but I might be wrong. But so Spud drops down to 9th. F1 Richard moves up to 8th place. Reynolds is trying everything he can to try and close in on Briggsy. So Spud, fair play to him though. He's trying to hold those tyres all the way to majority of like lap 22. And then go on to the softs, but he will lose a bit of time because he has to go in for the wing damage there. So it's still a good battle here. Billy McLeod could win his first race for a very, very long time here. I think it could be his first ever win. I think, unless I'm mistaken, anyway. But like I said, Sab, don't. Like I said, I was in that position before when I made mistakes, and you know, back end goes and I can't control the car. Reynolds, Briggsy are having a ding dong battle here for 6th and 7th respectively here. Still watching this battle here between Reynolds and Briggsy. So Reynolds is good. Briggsy, side by side to the bed situation here. Reynolds holds on. Reynolds has hold on. Oh, fantastic stuff there from Reynolds. He really needs his points here tonight after what happened last week. I'm going to still watch this battle here between Reynolds and Briggsy because the other battle we've got, Steele is in 3rd place, so fair play to him. Ferocious has left the session, so if you just join, ladies and gentlemen, I feel really bad for Dan. Every race now I'm having these issues, questioning whether I should be racing now. Enjoy the rest. Sab, if you're there after the race. Oh, Sikonos is retired! What's happened? There's a yellow flags. Oh no, Sikonos has crashed. He's crashed. Oh no, Sikonos has crashed. He's out of the race. Sikonos was doing a brilliant job there. So now 4 drivers are. Sab, if you're there after the race, I'll have a chat with you after the race, alright? If you're interested, anyway. If you're still there, Sab. I'll talk to you after the race, alright, mate? If you're there. Lap 13 and 36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. So far, if you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, 4 drivers are out of the race already. And that's including the top 2 drivers of Ferocious Dan and Luke Bailey. So, Luke Bailey was already out from the first lap. Ferocious Dan, Sab, it was really unfortunate on that one. And Sikonoshi, I'm not sure what happened with him. He must have looked like he lost the car at the back end of it. So Mike is in the lead now. So Mike is on perfect position here to try and do another podium. So that'll be 3 podiums in a row here this season here for him. Briggs is going into the pits. So 3 drivers are already in the pits now. I'm just going to look at the stops. So at the moment, Briggsy, Steele and Billy McLeod, they've all gone for the pit stops now. Position change. Biggest one. Oh, Stephen! Oh, Stephen, look at him! He's in the podium stuff. Fair play to him. He's already in the podium stuff here. So still watching this battle here with Steele against F1 Richard. Can he try and do everything possible here? Synchronisation says, went wide and lost the rears, and from then on I couldn't do anything. Oh, okay. Oh, gutted. Two drivers who lost the back ends. It's just really... I was in the same position many years ago in the F1 stuff. I just couldn't control the car. But you always have to think about the next race. That's all you have to think about. You're going to think about the next race, whatever happens here. And I'm sure synchronised Saab, Stan and Luke Bailey will definitely be look on to the next race. We're on lap 15.36. Steele is the only one closest to F1 Rich. Oh, we would have loved a battle. Oh, F1 Richard has gone back into the pits now. So I hope you enjoy the stream so far, guys. We're on lap 15.36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. So far, so good for Mike, who's in first place. Oh, Stephen is in second place. Brennans, who looked like he had a contact with Prix, or them two had a little bit of just gone off the track a bit earlier on in the race. Now Brennans is in third place. Peter McLeod, who was in the lead, he's just going to the pits now. Now, normally, if I look at the leaderboard, normally it's like 20 to 25 seconds. So Peter McLeod will get back into the pits. We'll get back into the pits. He'll go back into first place. So, well, Steele could be on for another podium on his record at Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. So fair play to him if he keeps it going. So at the moment here, Mike, I reckon you're going to have to watch O'Stephen, and I reckon you're going to have to watch O'Stephen because he's on the hard tyres at the minute. And fair play to Spud, he's trying everything he can on a damaged front wing. He's still holding on there. Holding on, holding on. But yeah, fantastic stuff there. Lap 16.36 of the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. What is your thoughts, guys? What do you think's going to happen? Do you think there'll be a shock? Do you think Mike will get the win? Do you think Peter McLeod will do his first ever win for a very long time? Or do you think Stephen will spoil the party after he did a magnificent job yesterday, up to lap 22 of the hards, and then the remainder of the softs to finish off in the race to get his first podium of the Performance League? But can he get his second podium of the F3 League, or the second podium, or second podium of in a row in a week? Can he try and do that? I'd like to see Stephen do it because he is improving. I really said, he said yesterday, which he was an absolute legend. He said, I dedicate my podium to all the Invictus staff and everything that they do as well. So that was like, you know, you get respect. That is the top-notch legend, top-notch legend respect from Stephen for that one. But can he try and do it again? Can he get the second podium in a row this week? Or the first podium of F3 this tonight? We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But so far, Spud's got a 3-second time bounty for multiple warnings. Didn't want that at all. Unfortunately, we've got quite a few gaps there until we see the top three go into the pits. I can't see Stephen going to the pits already. So 7.4 seconds from Mike. Mike's going. He's going over the prediction of the soft tyres. So he's going to try and go on the. I reckon he'll have to go on the medium tyres. I think he's trying everything he can to try and get onto the medium tyres as much as possible. Yeah, he's going to the pits. He's going to the pits now. So what has Mike going to do? He's going to go for the mediums. Oh, he's going for the medium tyre now. So Brennans is pitted now. Will he go for the medium tyres as well? I'll be very surprised if he goes for the hard tyre. But I'm sure the two drivers that just got in are going in for the medium tyre. Yeah, so obviously the medium tyre is a little bit quicker than the hards, but they got to bear in mind though, the medium tyres should last the whole remain in the race as long as they don't have any issues, no tissues. So shall we say? Mike is going to close in on Steele. So Mike will guarantee to try and hit the podium stuff here tonight. But I want to see what O'Stephen's going to do. If he's going to try and do the same strategy as what he did yesterday, that would be a fantastic achievement again. But bear in mind though, so Spud will have to pit. Majority of drivers are already pitted anyway, so I think O'Stephen's the only one who's not pitted yet. So the fastest lap of the race was going to Ferocious Dan, but because he had a DNF, no one's hit that first. No one's hit the time yet. So Mike's got a chance on. Oh, steal! Mike's just stealed it for third place. So fantastic stuff. Mike can see his teammates as well. Ahead, 3 seconds underneath now, or under 3 seconds now. But can Steele try and close in on Mike now? No, he can't. But he's trying to think positive here. I'm sure Steele was on less fuel at the start, so he's trying to save it as much as possible. But he's back to normal as far as I know. Anyway, but this is the only battle we've got so far in this race. If you just joined, ladies and gentlemen, we've had 4 drivers who had a DNF earlier on in the race. We've had a 3 in a bed. We've had quite a few 2 in a bed situations here, but the one that impressed me the most was when Mike went on the inside and he just took it with ease and went into full-on 3 in a bed mode situation. Went to the inside, took it with ease, and he just said, well, thank you very much. He took it and he held on and he got into third place here. So fair play to him from Mike. So Mike's got the fastest lap of the race now, so he will have the fastest lap of the race. He could have the fastest lap point if he could hold on there. But I would watch out for O'Stephen because he could be the one to watch out for. So at the moment here we've got Steele closing in, but Mike is going to try and close in on his teammate at the minute. Billy McLeod doing a brilliant job on 6th place. So whatever happens, O'Stephen will need to go into the pits. He'll have to go to the pits in the next 2 to 3, well, probably about 3 more laps, I would say. So probably about another 3 more laps before the softs. Now if Mike can hold the softs to lap 16, or would O'Stephen gamble and go on the softs now? But bear in mind his tyre wear will be shocked near the end of the race, so you'll have to think positive here. 2 battles going on so far. We've got Steele and Mike. We've got Brennans and Spud here. Can Mike try and close it? He would have the DRS. Oh no, he hasn't. He hasn't got the DRS. But Steele has. Can Brennans try and close in? At the moment here, on Spud for 5th place here. He really needs these points here, and I really do. But whatever happens to Spud, if he can hold on. Oh, it's a Spud. Oh, I thought he was going for the old switcheroo, like the old Nigel Mansell / Daniel Ricciardo moment there. But he's still going. He's still going there. So fair play to Sir Spud and O'Stephen for 20 laps on the hard tyres already. But Sir Spud has already got damaged front wing as well. So fair play to him. He's trying his best. Absolutely trying his best. So fair play to him. Respect, Restepa in allergies terms. But what can Steele do? Can he steal Mike's position of 3rd place? Mike's more closer to Peter McLeod. So I'm going to watch Mike's point of view here. Can Mike try and do everything possible here? Peter McLeod's already gone on the racing line. Can Mike try and get... No, he's going to try and wait. He's going to try and wait here, but can Steele needs to get a good exit here to try and do another 3 in a bed situation here. Oh, I love this helicopter view. I really do love this helicopter view. Mike! He's going for the inside! What a move! But can Peter McLeod try and bounce back? Steele's just got a little bit wide there. But oh my days, we've got a 3-car battle here for second place. So Mike is pulling away from Peter McLeod as much as possible here. But Steele, can he steal Clyde's position here of 3rd place? That would be really, really cruel here, because Clyde's done a brilliant job here to get into 3rd place here. Oh, fantastic driving, whatever happens here. But like I said, if Mike, Clyde and Steele have a ding-dong battle, this will help O'Stephen. Right, we're on lap 22 laps of the hard tyres for O'Stephen. When is he going to pit? When is he going to pit? That's the question here. We've got 13 laps remaining. 13 laps remaining of the Invictus League, the F3 League. But bear in mind he will get back to 4th place. O'Stephen will be back into 4th place. But it just depends on how long, if he can try and catch up to the top 3 drivers, which could be Mike, Peter McLeod and Steele. That is the question here. And I know I keep repeating it, but I reckon Spud's going to go for the fastest lap as well. He's got nothing to lose, so fair play to Spud for going for that moment here. Can Steele? Steele's doing everything he can. Agent Steele cleared the click with a 6.36, so he's been a little bit wide on the corner, so he will lose a bit of traction there. He will lose a bit of time there. But Peter McLeod, bear in mind, Peter McLeod and Steele are on the same tyre wear situation. O'Stephen pits. O'Stephen has pitted. Now, so Mike, whatever happens, Mike will still be in the lead. Mike will still be in the lead. Stephen drops down to 4th place. But where is he? He's only just coming out of the pits. But I'd like to see the gap. He'll just come out of the pits now. So the gap should be, it'll be close to Brennan's, but he's got, if I remembered it right, it was 11 seconds. It was 11 seconds. So where's, oh, Stevens planned it well. He's planned it well. So now we've got Steele trying to close in on Peter McLeod. So he'll be on rocket fuel Red Bull wing situation in a Ferrari car, shall we say. Can O'Stephen get another podium in the next 12 laps? If you're watching, guys, do you think O'Stephen can hit the podium again? To be fair though, he did a brilliant drive yesterday, and I'll keep repeating it, but I just cannot believe that he just did that yesterday. He planned the job well. He just planned it with ease. But like I said, I reckon in the next few laps, if Steele and Clyde are having a ding-dong battle, he might have a chance on Mike in the next few laps here. He might have a chance. Probably about the last 2 or 3 laps, I'm guesstimate now. So Stevens just under 10 seconds now. He was 10.4, but he's just got 8 seconds off Steele's time based on Peter McLeod. Well, Steele and Peter McLeod's battle here. So I'm still watching this battle. This has been a brilliant race. Again, there's been incidences left, right and centre, but not much, not all of it, but just like there's been incidents on a few occasions there. But if you just joined, two of the top 2 drivers of the Drivers' Championship before tonight's race, they've both had a DNF. So, what can Steele do? Steele has a chance on 2nd place here. Can Peter McLeod? Peter McLeod will be on the racing line here, but can he try and get back into 2nd? Yeah, he does. He gets back into 2nd place. They don't want to spend too much battling going on. Oh, Steve's got to pass another race with a 1:10.9. Oh! Steele! Can he steal 2nd? He does! That was a close call there between Steele and Peter McLeod. This corner is like deadly to some of the drivers here. Reynolds has got 3 seconds on penalty for multiple warnings. Didn't want that at all. He did not want that at all. Now, last lap was 9 seconds. O'Stevens just took 2 seconds off BW Clyde's time. Well, BW Clyde and Steele's time, because those two are having a ding-dong battle here. But Mike needs to pull away as much as possible, because O'Steven, he'll guarantee to hit the podium. I don't think he'll get the win. I don't know. It's too much. It's a tough call. Looking at the gap, it's 10 seconds between Mike and O'Steven. If Mike can try and get the rate O'Steven's going now, he's getting like 2 seconds each time, or like 1 or 2 seconds. He's slowing down a bit, so something must happen there from O'Steven. Oh, he's trying to save ERS mode. Oh, BW Clyde needed to have a chance here. These two are having a ding-dong battle here. Oh, this is a belter. BW Clyde's doing a brilliant job to try and put the pressure on Steele for second place. Now, I'm not sure what the penalty situation is, whatever happens here. So, we've got BW Clyde in third place, trying to get onto Steele for second place. But I would watch out for O'Steven. O'Steven be the one to watch in the next 9 to 10 laps of this frantic Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. BW Clyde could have a chance on the run up now. Steele looks like he's struggling with the tyre wear, even though them two are on the same tyre wear. But BW Clyde will have the DRS now. Oh, brilliant stuff! Absolutely brilliant, but can Steele? BW Clyde. Oh, Steele's gone through to the top penalty for multiple warnings. That is not good. He will have the DRS, but that is not good for Steele. So that means if O'Steven can get within 3 seconds of Steele, as long as O'Steven doesn't get any penalties, he will guarantee to have another podium. If he can try and catch up, I'm sure he will catch up to the two guys here. But I don't think he will have enough time to catch up to Mike. That's my guesstimate here. But fair play to these two drivers. Fair play. This has been a brilliant drive. I really don't want to lose this battle here. I do try and give everyone some TV time. I'll try and give everyone some TV time. Definitely. But Steele could have a chance now for second place, which what BW Clyde was doing as well. Oh my God, Steele nearly lost the back end there of a car. BW Clyde. He broke a little bit early, but I think he was trying to avoid. Oh, he's got a good exit there. He's got a good exit there. You just seen a clip there, just O'Stevens within 3.5 seconds. Oh, contact between BW Clyde and BW Clyde and Steele. But Steele's car looks like he's struggling. So O'Steven will be guaranteeing a podium stuff as long as he doesn't make any silly mistakes at all during this race. 7 laps remaining. 7 laps remaining of this brilliant Invictus Racing League F3 League race. Not only we're racing, not only we're doing it, not only we're on live and exclusive tonight for the F3 League, but there's also F2 racing tonight with Energy Dan in the commentary box. But can I also say, there's no F1 race tonight but due to low attendance, so there'll be no F1 race tonight. So what can O'Steven do? Can Steele try and get back into? So Steven's really up for it, guaranteeing podium, as long as he doesn't make any silly mistakes. But I'm watching it from O'Steven's point of view. He is the one to watch. But Steele's slowly catching up again to BW Clyde. So yeah, BW Clyde and Mike. Mike could be winning his first race of the season and put a lot of pressure on Ferocious Dan. and Luke Bailey. Mike, who was 19 points behind Ferocious Dan, he'll have 7 points. So he'll shot himself up to second place here if it stays like this. That's if it stays like this. If Peter McCloy gets second place, he'll go up to 26 points, but he will have 17 points behind, or yeah, 17 points behind the leader. Oh, Steve, he says, da 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 da. Oh, it's just madness stuff here. But oh, brilliant stuff from O'Stephen. He moves up to third. Steele drops down to fourth. O'Stephen goes into the podium stuff now, guaranteeing. But this is what it feels like. That's what it feels like for Mo Stevens' car, being the Jaws mode, try and pounce on the two drivers here of Steele and Biddy with Clyde. I do apologise for the no commentary for the last minute or so, because I was trying to get the Jaws moment here of O'Stephen. O'Stephen will get second place here. He'll get Peter McClyde because he's struggling like mad with the hard tyres on 18 laps. O'Stephen's just taking it easy now. So O'Stephen doing a brilliant job here to get into the podium, so really pouncing on Peter McClyde for second place here. Oh, he was a very, very lucky boy there, O'Stephen there. It could have been disaster with the aero or the front wing going at that point there. But I think it's too much to call if he does get past Peter McClyde in the next lap or so. But it'll be very tough to call to get to Mike, who's on 14 laps in the meantime. Oh, Steele's just shot off on the corner there. So yellow flag section 3, that was from Steele's car. Here we go, can O'Stephen try and do everything he can to get into second place here. Peter McClyde's already on the inside. And he makes the move! O'Stephen's in second place! What a move! Can he try and pull away from B. McClyde, because he will have the DRS straight now. Bear in mind now, O'Stephen's on the optimum tyre range now. Can he try and close in on Mike? He has to shoot 2 seconds each to stand any chance to try and close in on Mike for first place. He would have been his first ever win. First ever win at Invictus. That would have been even more. He would be even more ecstatic. He would have been drunk after all that. He'll probably have a lot of Guinnesses after all this if he does get the win here tonight. But 4.8 seconds now. 3 laps remaining. I think it's going to be a very, very tough call to get for O'Stephen to get onto Mike. But he's done well to get into the top 3, whatever happens here. But he's got to be careful here because Peter McClyde has got the DRS straight now. So still just trying to see what's happened here now. Sorry if you hear any background noise. I'm just hoping to see if there's any action going on here at the Biddy McClyde show. O'Stephen's 4.6 seconds. It's going to be a tough call. Unless Mike has got 2 lots of penalties, I can't see that happening. I can't see O'Stephen winning tonight's race because I know Mike. O'Stephen's closing, but not as much. He needs to get 2 seconds. If he wants to stand any chance, he needs to hit 2 seconds per lap. And as you can see in the background now, it looked like... Where's Mike? Mike's just coming up to the end of the second sector now, so... Oh my god. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be too tough call there. So Peter McLeod should have the DRS again. Yeah, he has. He's got the DRS again. As long as he's within a second of O'Stephen, he would be alright. So we're on the penultimate lap of this Invictus Racing League, the F3 League. 4 seconds from O'Stephen and Mike. But Mike's played it well. Peter McLeod's got 3 seconds on from multiple warnings. So now, that means now Peter McLeod Steele, Brennon's I believe, has got penalties. I do apologise if I didn't mention any of the others, but I was trying to remember what everyone else had. So at the moment here, 4 seconds now between Mike and O'Stephen now. So this will be his second podium in a row for the very first time in O'Stephen's career at Invictus in a week, obviously, because he had the performance last night and also tonight. If it stays like this, that's if it stays like this. But fair play to BB Clyde. He's just still under a second from O'Stephen, but he's 3.4 seconds. Mike is just about to cross over the line now to do the final lap of the race. O'Stephen can just barely see him on the corner. Like, he'd need to be a little bit closer if he wanted to stand any chance of trying to... Oh my god, 3 seconds. Mike's just crossed over the sector 1 time now. Mike's tyres will be absolutely shot now. Can O'Stephen... Oh my days. If Mike struggles in the next few corners, O'Stephen could have a chance of winning the Invictus Racing League. Mike's struggling. Mike is struggling with the tyre wear. O'Stephen's saying, I can see you. I can see you. I think it won't be enough. I don't think it'll be enough. But I think Mike would be absolutely... It's the last corner. I think in the next few laps, I think O'Stephen would have caught up to him. But look, can I just say massive, massive congratulations to Mike, who's just won the Brazilian Grand Prix just at the nick of time. Fair play to him. Well done also to O'Stephen, who's had his second podium in a row during the season. Not the F3 season, but like performance and F3 together. Well done. Well done to Peter McLeod, who finished in 3rd place. So that's his second podium this season. And he needed that. He really needed that, to be fair. And really unlucky for Steele, because he did a belter of a race there. He did an absolute belter. Fastest lap of the race goes to O'Stephen, so he'll have the fastest lap as well. Who's had the biggest mover? O'Stephen's the biggest mover. Again, I'm going to have to say O'Stephen. Well, it's between Mike and O'Stephen, because Mike's just driven a magnificent race. So Mike, who's on the last 3 races so far, has had, including this, has had 3 podiums. 2 seconds and 1 win. So well done to Mike. He was really up for it tonight. He played it well. He tried to get the softs as much as possible to try and do at least half of the track, half of the laps situation. But O'Stephen, I think Mike would have been sweating if he made one little mistake. I thought the way Mike was slowing down on some of the corners, I think he was trying to save fuel as much as possible. But well done to the Mercedes boys of Peter McLeod and Mike for finishing the top 3 tonight. That'll be a big boost for the Mercedes boys, whatever happens in tonight. Here are your race classification for the Brazilian Grand Prix. For the Invictus Racing League, the F3 League, you've got Mike in 1st, O'Stephen in 2nd. Top 2 drivers who have not had a penalty, so fair play to and respect. Peter McLeod in 3rd, Steele in 4th, Brennon's is in 5th, Briggs is in 6th, F1 Richards is in 7th, so Spud is in 8th. Synchronously, Saab, Frostan and Luke Bailey have all had DNFs earlier on in the racing tonight. But yeah, just showing the penalties so the stewards can have a look at it now. But I tell you what though, fair play to Mike, fair play to O'Stephen, and fair play to Peter Clyde for doing everything possible here to try and get into the podium stuff here tonight. So we're just waiting for some of the drivers to come up. So I'm going to invite Mike, O'Stephen and Peter Clyde for the podium questions here tonight. Oh, I've just been kicked. So I will invite Mike, O'Stephen and Peter Clyde in a minute. Just inviting the guys in now. It looks like they're stuck in the... It looks like it's saying that session's already up, but... So we're just waiting for Mike, Peter Clyde and also O'Stephen as well. So they all should be joining. Okay, so we just try and be as quick as possible for the guys here. Can you please make sure you got your loud voices to finish out?
Oh.
So, good evening to, hopefully the guys are all set and ready to go. I will try and get through some of the questions. Now, I've been told from the note stuff, Mike has to shoot off straight away, so we'll have to do his questions quickly as possible. And I will go through to Stephen and Peter Clyde in a minute. But, guys, are you all set and ready to go?
Yep.
Yep. And yep from Mike. Right, we're going to talk to the guys about their race performance, but if they want to talk about the next race, they can do if they want to. But for you, Mike, well done, mate. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
How does it feel?
Good, but I so wanted a Mercedes 1-2.
Oh.
I was watching the times and the mini-map all the time, and I was thinking, please, Clyde, please, don't let Steven overtake you, please, please. But he was on fresh soft, so that was a big ask. But
was you worried at any minute? Well, was you worried at any point during the race where O'Stephen could have caught up? It would have been a touch more, but it was like 2.5 seconds.
No, man. It was cruising home from the point when Dan and Saab collided or whatever happened to them.
Yeah, so I will mention it just. Saab lost the car, the back end. I think it was on turn 5. I think it was one where Energy Dan lost it yesterday in the qualifying. It was that corner where Colin J lost the championship to Spud.
Yeah, I saw the cars on track. They were not ghosting, so pretty good that we didn't get collected there.
Yeah, but what happened was Saab lost the car, the back end, and unfortunately Frostein went into the inside, and Saab's car was going towards the left, where Saab was going on the inside at that point. So, unfortunately, two cars collided. Saab did apologise to Frostein on that one, but yeah. So, I will speak to Saab after the race to see if he can have a chat with him afterwards. But you, Mike, did you play the strategy well? Was you expecting a different strategy tonight?
I think Coop it was in the admin chat who said that with the new tires, with the patch, you can easily do soft medium. So I took his word.
See.
So and I tried that.
So you owe Coop a drink then after tonight's race?
Of course.
So Peter Clyde and O'Stephen will be thinking, why didn't
Congrats, boys!
Why couldn't I get this tip? It'd be like,
I wanted to Merc 1-2. Shit.
So Mike.
But Steven, really good race from you, mate. You had really, really bad luck for the last couple of races. So,
Thanks, Mike.
so really good result, mate. Good done. Well done, mate.
So, but well, like I said, yeah, fair play to Stevens and to be McLeod. But was you at any point during the race thinking Frostad and Luke Bailey, the top two drivers, out of the race? This was it, obviously this would have been your best ever opportunity to try and crawl up after you've had 2 podiums in the last 2 races before tonight's race, Mike.
Yeah.
And that's the answer I was expecting back.
What was actually the question?
It's all right. Sorry.
You want the answer?
I thought the answer was yes. So I thought that just summed it up tonight on that one. So I'm just saying, because you saw Frostan and Luke Bailey, the top 2 drivers before tonight's race, had a
and Saab
and Saab as well with a DNF as well. Did you think you had a chance to try and get some decent points? I know you got the pole.
No. I said okay, I can win now. When they all DNF'd, I knew I can win this race. It's mine to lose now.
Fair enough. You're on top form at the minute, Mike. With 3.
Not really. Tonight, not really. I couldn't. No, I don't know what was happening in qualifying, but you saw my times. I couldn't hook up one good lap. I made mistakes in all sectors, all 3 runs. This year I'm really suffering because you can't do 2 fast laps in qualifying anymore.
No, it's
you have to wire it up in one quick shot, but that I have to work on this. I have to really work on this.
That's very interesting stat from you, Mike, because as I said, you had 3 podiums now. Well, 2 seconds and a win tonight. That's why I was a bit shocked about it, that you're still struggling with the car mechanism or the game, shall we say? But
yeah, and I have a new wheel since yesterday. I mean, since Monday, and I didn't have time to practice with it, and it shows that I'm not there yet with with this. All the buttons are all wrong, and
fair enough.
And I struggle with ERS in the race. I don't know how it's with the other guys, but I really struggle with ERS to keep it in a level when I can use it. It's so much harder than it was in the 2018 game. It depletes so quickly in the race. Suddenly you're out of it, and it's so hard to charge the battery again. So I really struggle with that, but we'll see. Next race is what's next race? Spa?
I believe it's Belgium for the finale.
One classic more. So yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, to see interesting stuff, to see what you can capitalise on. Will you get your 4th ever podium there, or would you say that's your favourite track? Just the last question before you shoot off. Is that your favourite track?
Yeah, besides Monza, I guess it's my favourite.
Oh, I'll bet you're gutted that Monza's not there this season.
But I actually can say I have 10, 15 tracks that are my favorite. So it's not like I have one this really favorite track. But I think 15, 16 tracks from the whole calendar, the real calendar, are favorites. Yeah. Mainly the classic ones.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. But yeah, it's just fair play to you, Mike. You've done a magnificent race tonight.
Cheers, mate.
But I wish you all the very best of luck. I know you're going to shoot off,
Thank
but
you.
We'll keep Stephen and Bede with Clyde.
Cheers, Mark.
So,
cheers, Mark.
So well done to Mike for finishing first place. I'll see you next week, Mike. So I'll let you shoot off. So well done.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
I'll stay in the party, but I won't be able to talk. Bye, guys.
See you later.
Bye, Mike.
So, just spoke to Mike about his race performance and his upcoming race at Belgium. So it'd be interesting to see if he can make his 4th ever podium run. But definitely fantastic performance from him. Stephen, how you doing, mate? You all right?
We meet again.
I know. This is what I said. It's 2 in a row now. This is the first time ever that you've ever done a 2 in a row, and this is your second ever podium. Well, my first podium with you in F3. I know we did it yesterday with the performance, but this is my first proper F3 interview with you, Steve. How does it feel again on that one?
Absolutely unbelievable. I'm absolutely speechless, to be honest. Luck was on my side really, because we had a few crashes and stuff, but take nothing away from my driving. I drove a good race and a good strategy yet again. I only wish I took Coop's advice earlier on, because I did see that message as well, and then I looked at my softs right at the end on the last lap and they were like 40%.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, oh yeah, 40% on after 14 laps, unbelievable.
Oh, okay, because I was surprised that some drivers were pitting like 15, 16 laps. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because this was like not less than yesterday. They were pitting it lesser than yesterday, but now this is where it gets interesting stuff for not only for yourself guys, but like for the racers now. They're going to be careful here, because I reckon we could see drivers try and do probably one stop or two, well definitely one stops now, which is, I'm not saying it's going to spoil it, but it's just depending on what tyre wear you're going for and stuff. But I like to see more action from the tyre wear, but I'm not saying to suffer, but like I just want to see fair play to holding on for those tyre wears, but it's gutting, absolutely gutting.
Yeah.
But for yourself though, Stephen, it looked like you've done the exact same strategy as yesterday on that one.
Yep, exactly the same, and I only wish I'd pitted 2 laps earlier. I would have caught Mike, even though he says he was sandbagging, but I don't believe that for a minute.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. But yours, I said when you had the softs, I said that you would catch up to the top, the second and third, which was Steele and Peter Clyde. Because Steele and Peter Clyde were having a ding-dong battle, whatever happens.
Yeah.
But I was worried that you might have just missed out on a few seconds by Mike. But looking at the last lap, did you felt like you saw him and you think, oh, got a chance here if he makes a mistake?
Yeah, I actually made 1.2 seconds on the last lap.
Yeah, I noticed.
But I'm pleased with the second anyway. I'm up and coming. It's only going to get better for me, hopefully.
If you could sing that song, things can only get better.
No, my singing is terrible, Mark.
It's alright. I'll do it, and you just clip it on Twitch. That's what's going to happen next. After I did that Thunderbirds countdown, like all that seasons ago. But yeah, Stephen, it was like you played it to your game again. Had there been no crashes or no incidences from some of the drivers, did you think you would have still got second tonight, or would that have been a bit of a tough ask?
A bit of a tough ask, to be honest. I think I would have probably ended up maybe 4th or 5th, 4th at best, I would say, but definitely 4th or 5th.
Fair enough. It's an absolutely belter from yourself to get second place. I wanted you to do well, because you've had it's like a football team that you support all those years, and you had a torrid few seasons, and then all of a sudden this season, this is like ding dong bell. This is you battling out in the top half now.
Yeah.
What's your expectations now for the rest of the season? Are you just going to try and aim for like top? You can't hit podiums now, so you can't make any excuses now.
I know. Damn.
Yeah. So, what's your expectations?
For the rest of the season, I'm hoping to get as many points as possible. I think last season I got 31 points. I'm nearly sure I'm nearly close to that now, and it's not even halfway. So it's just building goals and building better standards for myself in the races.
You had 13 points, so that will be 13. You had 32. You've got 32 points, so you've already hit your target from last season by tonight, and you said there's no
Jesus.
Yeah, so because you did have the fastest lap of the race, I believe. You had the
Oh yes, it was. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you would have had 12 points, which would have been 31. But then you had the extra points, so it'd be 32 points. Before you would be a point behind Luke Bailey in the Drivers' Championship. But like I
Yeah,
said,
on Luke
sorry, carry on.
Bailey, I think his Mercedes flipped up in front of my POV screen when I was going past. I was, whoa!
So what happened was I didn't see the aftermath. I didn't see like what happened exactly. But on turn 5, where Ferocious and Sab lost it there as well, it looked like Luke Bailey lost that corner, and his car must have hit the side. I mean, I need to get Luke Bailey to have a look at. I need to get it from his point of view, because I don't know if there was any contact from anyone. It looked like no one contacted him at that point, or tried to avoid it. Look, touch wood, there was no incidences there. But the only incidents I saw that was outside of it was like Spud lost a bit of his front wing, but also like Ferocious and Sab again lost it on that same corner as well.
On that incident, I almost went into Ferocious Dan because he wasn't ghosted. I had to slow right down.
Yeah, you got
Slow right down just to avoid them. There was just that little inch of track where I could just go past.
He was very lucky then.
Yeah.
The heavens above is shining you tonight to get second place. So well done for tonight. Do you mind holding on for a few more minutes to talk about?
Yep, no worries.
Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. BW Clyde, how you doing, mate? You alright?
I'm good,
how does it feel to get your second podium of the season?
I'm pleased. I think that's already more podiums than I got last year's game. So
Yeah, you took a break, if I remember it right. You took a break from the game. Obviously, you helped us out with the stewarding stuff, and absolute top-notch bloke you are on that one, Clyde. But also, I feel like your momentum. I know from looking at the standings there, it's like a pattern going on. You had a third, you had a ninth, you had no points, and then you went back to ninth, and now you got a podium for third. So, am I expecting?
it's just hope there's no ninth again.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. But it looks like there's a massive pattern going on from yourself. I'm not saying that there is, but it looks like there's going to be a pattern going on. So don't get a ninth next week at Belgium on that one. But would you say that third was your best opportunity tonight?
It was when I went onto the hards that I just seemed to lose a lot of pace. Qualified in second, and I thought this might be alright. And then when Sab and Dan crashed, I thought maybe I can get the win, but I never seemed to hear any pace in the hards.
No, I think some people were as you said, they were struggling with the hards like yourself. Still looked like he was about to lose the back end a few times when you two were having a ding dong bell, which I'll mention about. You two had that ding dong bell in a moment there, but like I said, did you felt like you could have done a different strategy tonight, or was that the best that you could have done tonight?
Well, I never knew anything about the new strategy, so.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. So
that was the strategy that I was looking at going into the race. So.
Oh, okay. I would have loved to have seen that, Clyde. You could have risked it for a biscuit on that one, to be fair. But fair play to you, Clyde, for getting to. But also, your battle against Steel, is that the best battle you've had so far this season, or would you say there was a particular battle that you liked so far?
So far, it was a good battle.
Was you?
I'm glad I came out on top yet.
Yeah, I bet you was thinking, oh, I wish I'd just gone on top. You know what I mean? Just try and beat, because you both had 3 seconds worth of penalties, so it was like do or die moment between you two. There was a little bit of contact between you two during the battles there, but nothing like like nothing bad, shall we say? But it looked like it was just like love tap. You know what I mean? Just like a touch here, a touch there. But did you at one point felt like you lost to Steel a few times when you was in fourth, and you think, oh, can't catch up to him when he was battling out in the DRS straight?
I did, and then he made a mistake, and I managed to get past him. And then luckily, Stephen was there, and he managed to get in between us.
Fair enough.
And then once Stephen got past, there was enough of a gap for me to keep it.
Was you gutted that you could have got second? I know Stephen had the fresher soft tyre, but was gutted that you could have done everything that you could to hold on for second?
I'm disappointed that I never finished better, but you have to be pleased with a podium.
Oh, absolutely. I bet you're having a champagne. Well, Stephen's definitely having 2 champagnes or 2 Guinnesses after tonight's race. I don't know if he loves Guinnesses, but I'm just guessing anyway. But I'm sure he'll be drinking whatever happens with the celebration tonight. But like I said, Clyde, this is your second podium, more than last season, as last game, as what you said. Will we see the new Flying Scotsman here? Will we see the new Flying Scotsman to get more podiums, or maybe your first? Would have been your first ever win at Invictus, or would you say last couple of seasons ago?
I got a win in performance before.
Yes,
but never an equal.
Right, that would have been your first ever equal Invictus win. When is that going to come? I know it's hard to say, but when is that going to come?
I don't know. We've been racing it for 4 years now, and I've still not got it. That'll come. That'll come.
I think you got the momentum, don't get me wrong. I think you got the momentum. I think there's still good drivers, don't get me wrong. There's still good drivers in the league. But if you can get that consistency, as what O'Steven did in the last 2 races, if you can get that consistency going, I can see you doing really well in the next few races. As long as, avoiding issues but no tissues, shall we say, on that one. But well done for tonight, Peter McClyde. Second podium of the season since the first race of the season that you had it from Austria. But for yourself, I can expect you to get some more podiums. I think this season, that's if the rate that you're going. I'm going to bet on the pattern here. I reckon you're going to get 9th, no points, and then 9th, and then a 3rd place. So that will be, I'm just guessing now. So you've got 10 points now. You would add 2 points at Belgium, 0 at Australia, 2 points at China. I reckon 10 points will be coming at Bahrain. You've heard it first.
Well, Bahrain's the place I got my wins, so you never know.
I tell you what, scrap that. I'm going to say podium/win for Peter McClyde at Bahrain. So Bahrain will. I'm not saying that will be that close for you for the podium. So I'll hope you get more before that point anyway. But well done for tonight, mate. You did a brilliant drive tonight.
Thanks.
Are you right to stay for a few more minutes, or are you going to shoot off?
No, I'm fine. I'll see you.
Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. Right, I've just spoken to Stephen and B. McClyde. I did speak to Mike earlier on in the session, but unfortunately he was had to shoot off straight away. But I will talk about the two guys again, about the next race, which is, I believe, Belgium next week. The most classic and famous El Rouge, or All Rouge, not the Vavavoom, but All Rouge, that one. But I'm going to say normally with the 2 questions to the guys, I normally say, what's your thoughts of Belgium and what are your expectations for next week? So that's normally 2 questions for the guys. Stephen, usual questions. What are your thoughts of Belgium? And what are your expectations for next week?
Belgium is a brilliant track for me. I do very well at it. Well, last year I did. I was 5th, I think, last year, and had a good battle with Captain Stiff.
Yeah.
Until we had a slight collision after the long Kemmel straight into the corner, and I went into the back of him, trying to go around him.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy that track. It's a good track.
Okay, so would you expect another podium, or would you say that's a bit tough to call?
No, I'm gonna go for the win. Even I love the track.
Oh.
I'm gonna try and go for the win. If not the win, then a podium again. Gather momentum again, but you never know in this racing.
Definitely not. But like I said, Stephen, congratulations on your 2nd podium in a week, your 2nd podium ever in F3 League, and I'm sure we won't see the last of those podiums. I'm sure you'll probably get your first ever win. Could be. We'll have to wait and see what happens this season. But good luck for next week and for the rest of the season. I'm sure you'll do fine anyway. But well done for tonight. Brilliant stuff.
Alright, thanks Malcolm. Well done, Clyde, on third position.
Oh, nice one, Stephen. Nice one. Clyde say, oh, thanks on that one. Fair play on that one. So, Clyde, usual two questions. What are your thoughts of Belgium, and what are your expectations for next week?
Belgium's a good track. Everybody enjoys it. Nice long track. Make sure you leave plenty of time for qualifying.
Definitely.
A lot of the time you find at Belgium it seems to rain.
Yes.
It goes for a dry to wet race.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those tracks where would you practice on the dry too much, or would you gamble on the wets a bit and try and see what happens?
I think you need to practice for both of them,
Just a tad practice on that one, Pommy. But like I said, it's going to be a belter, whatever happens. It's going to be a fanatic finale of race 6 before the week break. But the final question for you is, what are your expectations for next week? What's your expectations of Belgium?
I think I'll aim for 9th.
Okay, so that's my best slip sorted. Fair dues. Nice. Are you good? Do you like the track in general? Like, as in, you're not a big fan, would you say, or are you good?
In the dry, it's a good. I like it in the dry. If it rains, you never know, but
so
it's a good track for the dry.
So it's not saying a number except for 9th. So I'm going to put a bet in on the 9th for Clyde next week. I'm not sure. I doubt it. He will get 9th, but it depends if it's.
You always have to aim for a podium, but.
Absolutely. But it just depends on the track and your favouritism of the track, whether you like it or not. That's the part where I always not trick the question, but just try and see if you guys can capitalise on it as well. But Clyde, congratulations on 3rd place. I'm sure we will see more podiums. I want you to break your record. I want you to get another podium. Try and beat O'Stevens' record here to try and get another podium, whatever happens here. But well done for tonight. You did a brilliant job to getting 3rd place, and I wish you best of luck next week and for the remainder of the season if I don't hear from you. Alright, mate. Well done for tonight.
But thanks. I'm going to just say well done to Mike and O'Steven as well.
Oh, fair dues. Oh, this is what I love, Invictus.
Thanks.
O'Steven says, cheers, have a Guinness. Next for the two drivers, having a drink after the celebration of the podium stuff. But that's what I love about Invictus. The guys are, respectful. As long as you get respectful driving and fair driving, that's what you love about with Invictus. And I'm sure we'll see some more action from Mike, O'Steven and B. Clyde, and as well as all the drivers here tonight. But also, thank you to O'Steven and Clyde for doing the remainder of the questions for the podium. You guys can stay if you want, or you can go if you want to. I'm going to do my final thoughts, and then I'm going to shoot off after the stream. So, thank you guys, much appreciated. So, here's my final thoughts of the race tonight. Brilliant qualifying lap from Sab, who, after what happened yesterday in the Performance League, he really needed to start that. During the battle there, Luke Bailey on the first lap, I'm not sure what exactly happened, but on turn 5 his car completely flipped over. He must have done what happened, what Energy Dan did yesterday in the Performance League qualifying, not tipped over but like hit the wall after going losing the back end of the car. So because of that, Luke Bailey, who was 2nd place and 10 points behind Ferocious before tonight's race, he was already lost it completely on that one. So I'm hoping Luke Bailey will bounce back whatever happens here tonight. But also, don't get me wrong, not only Luke Bailey was out of the race, Ferocious Dan was also out of the race for the first time this season as a DNF. But he had did not start at Monaco, but he had a DNF for the first time this season. Unfortunately, was because of an unfortunate mistake from Sab's car. Was back end, lost it. Ferociousstein went onto the inside. Sab could not control the car, and unfortunately Ferociostein tried to get in the inside quickly before Sab lost the car, and unfortunately both drivers lost their wheels on the same corner as what Luke Bailey did, and unfortunately that was it was game over for Ferociostein and Sab, but I'm hoping that they would bounce back as quickly as possible. But also this race not only had, I don't like to talk about the incidents galore. I never do. I don't like it. I never liked it at all. But also, we've had a 3 in a bed situation here tonight between Mike, Steele, and Synchronicity. Before Synchronicity DNF'd earlier on, just later on in the race. But I tell you what, we had a 3 in a bed situation which Mike pulled out of the bag. There, it was like he just got the fishing rod, got the massive fish, and just reeled it in to say thank you very much, come again on that one. But fair play to Steele, who did a brilliant drive as well. I mean, he was really unfortunate to not get the podium stuff after he did a brilliant drive, but fair play to Mike, who capitalised on getting his third podium in a row. But bear in mind, this is his first win of the season. Bear that in mind though, Mike is only 5 points behind, or 5 or 6 points. No, 4 points. 4 points, I do apologise. 4 points behind Ferociostein in the lead. So Mike will be on top form now. So Mike will be the one, will be the underdog, or the dark horse, shall we say, the civilian dark Norse. Dark Norse? Norse? Why did I say Norse on that one? Never heard of that before. But anyway, whatever happens here tonight, this has been one of the best races I have ever seen. There's been so many overtakes, so many battles left, right and centre. I was trying to get from one end to another. And like I said, I really do hope the guys will bounce back for the guys who have had the DNF, but I'm sure the guys who try to get into the point stuff as quickly as possible, I'm sure Spud, well, like I said, Brennan's did very well. F1, Brennan's did very well. F1 Richards to Spud. F1 Richards had I'm not sure what happened to him. He dropped down from a good qualifying position down to, I think it was 6th or 7th place. And he lost the car completely a few times. So Spud, he was having not having a bad season, but he's just having a struggling start back to life in the. He didn't race the first 3 races, but he raced last week at Japanese Grand Prix. But he had a DNF. But he does get the points in tonight. He's had, I think it was 2 points. Yeah, he's got 2 points tonight. So Spud's got the points on the bag now, so that's hopefully that will give him a confidence boost wherever happens to that. But can I say, fantastic driving from Mike, who pounced on the win. Oh, Stephen, my driver of the day again. 2 driver of the days in a row for O Stephen. One from yesterday in the Performance League, and now he's got another one again. So well done to O Stephen for producing another manic, brilliant driving performance there. And Beataway Clyde, the third flying Scotsman, I always say in my nickname stuff. Fair play to him. He got onto 3rd place, and just at the nick of time, just stealed just stealed 3rd place from Steele, from Click to Click with a 66. So well done to Beataway Clyde. Can I say a massive thank you to the guys who are watching the stream. Fantastic stuff there, absolute legends. And thank you to everyone that was joining with the commentary box. That is Michael, Stephen and Beataway Clyde. And always remember, always remember, stay classy. I'll see you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you all next week at the glorious race of Belgium. Will we see Mike try and stop Ferociostein, or would O'Stephen try and get another podium in a row? We'll have to wait and see what happens here next week. See you later, guys. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.